talking about George.
Yeah.
George is the father of two children and the stepfather of one. The oldest child is a stepchild. Her name is Farrah Martin. His children are George W. Martin the fifth, and his daughter's name is Sierra, Sierra Martin. I think that's the line, the end of that line. Doris Jean, was married in 1950 to Harold W. Neighbors, who fell in his family the same way I did, as being the youngest of three children. His father's name was George West Neighbors, who was born in Kentucky. His mother's name was Bertha, and was also born in Tennessee. At the moment, I don't remember her maiden name, but this information is included in the written information that I made up. Harold was the youngest of these three children, the oldest of whom was George W. Neighbors, and the middle child was a female whose name was, I got a blank. You'll have to refer to the written record. And Harold and I met in Dayton, Ohio, and were married in Detroit, Michigan. You might wonder why that was, but after my father, minus E. Woodruff Sr. was deceased, my mother spent the winters with one of my sisters, alternating years. And the year we were married, which was on January the 1st, 1950, 1950, yes. My mother was spending the winter in Detroit, Michigan, so naturally we had to come here to be married. From our marriage, I have a stepdaughter from my husband's first marriage, Charlotte Ramel Neighbors. She was one of the modern women who did not believe in changing her name when she married. So none of her legal records or anything are changed from neighbors. Then from the union of Harold and me came a son named Harold Woodruff Neighbors, who was born March the 8th, 1950. March 18th, 1953. I got my 8s mixed up because the daughter, the stepdaughter, was born March the 8th, 1941. Now, do you have any suggestions as to where I should, Harold, whose nickname is Woody, and is the name that most people call him, met Benita Davis, and while they were both in college in the East. She at Bryn Mawr and he at Haverford. They were married in December the 27th, 1975.
Yeah.
The story that the neighbor's side of the family tells about the wedding was that in 1975 we had no Christmas, we had a wedding because everybody was traveling on that day to get to the wedding. Benita's mother always says on that particular day she was working hard, getting ready for the wedding. From that union has come two wonderful, productive grandchildren, the first of whom was Camilla. I can't remember Camilla's middle name. It's very interesting.
Omalara.
Omalara. Neighbors. And the second is a young man named he wasn't born a young man, but the second in line is Rashid Akil Davis Neighbors. I think I've run to the end